Hey guys, welcome back to the Anime Collector. Today we're going to be talking about adhesive removal using products like Goo Gone. I've also got a little mini thing here to show you that they come in different sizes. They also come in a pen, almost like those whiteout pens. But I personally do not really feel comfortable using those on most of my products because you have to apply pressure to get the Goo Gone to actually come out. And I just feel like I might be causing more damage than I'm actually helping in the case of DVDs, but it's a really great product, definitely worth picking up. I've also got something here called Goof Off, but this stuff is way too powerful. I definitely don't suggest using this on DVDs, especially stuff like this where it's like a cardboard where the stuff is printed directly on it. Personally, I've had this box set of Devil Hunter Yoko for a long time, and it's in really terrible condition. Well, terrible condition from my point of view. And it's just always been in bad condition. I've been thinking about getting a new version of it anyway. And it's had like this terrible adhesive residue, which is probably going to be really hard for you guys to see anyway. But I just wanted to test out Goo Gone directly on it and see what happens for this video. And if I have to buy a new one, I'll just buy a new one. Who cares? But I take this very seriously. Like I don't, with the exception of this one, which I just want to mention that although it has a really bad sticker mess on it, it's actually not sticky, which is the main thing you want to be careful of. I mean, normally I would get rid of this stuff regardless, but if it's sticky is the biggest concern because you know, like I said, I take this very seriously, so I don't have any new DVDs or DVDs in my collection that are not already taken care of. But I made sure to save one of these annoying little sticker things that go on the top, like the little end labels that they put on, so I could kind of talk to you guys about them. I hate these things with a passion. I absolutely abhor the fact that they were ever invented and exist. When I buy DVDs, you know, a lot of times you'll go through the amount of, like, if they've got like 3 or 4 copies of the DVD you want to buy, you go through and be like, I wonder which one's in the best condition. Does this one have any rips or anything? It's like, what I do, I look for the one that looks like this is going to cause the least amount of damage, because when you tear this thing off, if it's touching any of the printed like insert, you're going to rip that thing. So I really hate these, and I hate it especially when they put them on the top, side, and bottom. But anyway, that's enough of that little rant. So let's see what happens when I try to take this off. Now, this DVD case I found also has one of those annoying security strips in it, and these are a little bit harder to get off. So that's another interesting thing we can try with this. Now, for the protection of the DVD itself, regardless of whether or not this was anime, I decided to take out the disc and the inserts and everything just to protect it. Now, the first thing, of course, I want to do is I want to take off the sticker itself, and I advise you to be careful because you can actually cause damage to the plastic covering with your fingernails by trying to get these off. But again, I apply a lot more damage to it when I try to get these things off. I hate those. I absolutely hate them. Anyway, this one actually looks like it's going to come off. Yep, didn't leave any residue whatsoever, so that makes that a little bit harder. But this one is a lot more difficult to remove. So actually, maybe not. Let me see. It's definitely going to be something I'm going to want to go over with Goo Gone. Yeah, I'm going to try this. All right, so I'm just going to take the bottle here, and I've got a rag over here that I use for Goo Gone, and I'm just going to go ahead and put a generous amount on it because of what I'm actually taking care of here. Is kind of a tricky one, and I'm just going to go ahead and lay it flat on the table so that I'm not, you know, damaging it at all. And I'm just going to go over it a few times, and we're going to see what we can get. And, you know, use your fingernail to try to, you know, encourage it to come up. And it looks like, oh, now it's just slippery. I might need to get like a pocket knife or something to make this a little bit easier. I don't know if you guys can even see this. Probably not the best angle for what I'm trying to record here. Come on. Yeah, alright, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back with another tool. Okay, here we are. I've got a pocket knife, and I'm just going to use this to get underneath the adhesive and peel it up. I don't know, my hands are huge. You guys probably have a really hard time seeing. So what I'm basically doing is I'm just sliding this underneath here and using it to leverage the adhesive away. And it's basically just something you're going to do for a while. I'm just going to peel off. I was able to get a grip on the little metal bar thingy. So I got that off. And that's actually the trickiest part, I think. And then you basically just have to use a lot of elbow grease on the, I don't remember where I put the wet spot. Let's just do this again. You gotta incorporate a lot of elbow grease in getting this adhesive is one of the strongest kinds because it's the security device. And they don't want that to just come off and get lost. They want you to not be able to steal DVDs. So rightfully so, it's one of the most difficult to get off. But basically just a little bit of elbow grease with the Goo Gone, and you'll have it off in no time. And always go over it more than once to feel. Make sure that you don't feel any more residue on it. I'm going to go over it with this a little bit, and taking a dry spot to sort of dry it off. You'd always want to have it dry, completely dry, before you put the DVD back in. And I recommend if you have to take the DVD out, get another like empty snap case and put the DVD in that for protection so it doesn't get damaged in the process of you trying to protect your other DVDs. Now the reason that you go to all this trouble, normally you want to take care of this with these annoying things I keep talking about how much I hate. Because if you have it sticky here and here, or here, here, and here, you will think to yourself, you know, if you're being lazy or whatever, you'll put it in a bookcase and you'll be like, it's alright because it's right next to other discs of the same sort of case type where they're protected by the plastic around it. And then you'll think about it from time to time as you try to pull out the DVD, like, oh, it's stuck, you know, but you're like, I don't have time for this. One of these days you will have an art box or a case like this that's cardboard, and it's going to go right next to it, and then you're going to not remember. I guarantee you'll forget, and then eventually you'll go to pull it out and you just rip the paper straight off of here. So that's just the reason why we go to all this trouble. Now let's see what we can get out of this one. Now in this case, I sort of, actually maybe, this is about the size. I'm just going to stick this in here yeah, so this is a little bit thicker, but I'm going to stick this in here so that those don't actually have to be in here while I do this. And we're going to see what we can get off of this one using regular Goo Gone. I, again, do not use Goof Off on the actual cover like this because it'll take the print right out of the picture. Let's get that out of here. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply it. Now normally I wouldn't do this. Like the reason I didn't try this before is because Goo Gone's not a clear liquid. And I'm afraid that it might stain a little bit. That's just kind of my fear, but I don't know. It's probably, if it did, it's probably something you wouldn't even notice really. And I'm just going to stick these back in because I think I'm damaging the case more than I'm helping it in protecting these. Because this is not thick enough to actually take the brunt of me pushing down on this. That's much better. Yeah, but this sticker's been on here for so many years that, oh no, it's coming off, but you really got to work at it. And it just, you know, sometimes you gotta really give it some time. But again, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it to protect your existing collection because you don't want to put, you know, I can't tell you how many times you'll end up putting something, oh man, I've got a great story actually. While I was doing this with Saikano, I went to clean it off, and I was cleaning off the sticky residue. There was a drop of blood on the cover of the OVA. That goes right next to my Sailor Moon box set, one of the rarest DVD sets I have. And I was like, oh my goodness, that almost went in my collection. And you know, I bought that used on Amazon, and I'm like, I can't believe somebody sent that to me with, like, it looked like somebody's nose bled on the cover, and it was really disgusting. Anyway, as expected, this is going to be a little bit more difficult than I want it to be. So I'm going to continue to work on this, and we'll check in a little bit, see where we're at. so we're still going here. It's been a couple minutes. I got the bulk of the actual paper off, and now I'm just going back in again to make sure I get the actual stickiness, like the residue that's left behind, off, because that's the most important part, like I said. The paper is aesthetic, but the residue, the stickiness, is the thing you want to get rid of because of you want to be protecting the rest of the stuff. So it looks like there's just a little tiny bit more paper here. No, actually it's gone. So now if I just dry this off, we're basically done with this side, and in turn done with this video. I'll do the other stuff completely off camera because that took way too long. Anyway, let's stick the Goo Gone up on the shelf. And that's it for this week, guys. So if you want to check out my review of Devidasi, you can click on it here. If you'd like to pick up some Goo Gone, it's available pretty much anywhere. You can get it at Home Depot, probably Michael's. You can get it at Rite Aid, Ralph's. Just about any grocery store is going to have it. You can probably get it literally just about anywhere. They'll have something of this sort of type. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week for another tip and another review coming this Monday.